All right, I'm Kevin. This is Tai Chi Misconceptions. And once again, I got my daughter with me because she helps me stop from swearing around y'alls. All right, so let's start at the beginning. Trained fighters don't start trouble. As a blanket rule, it's generally true. Oftentimes you hear about people who are the outside of that norm, but generally speaking, it just isn't true. Every time I've seen trouble, it's because people don't know what they're doing. They're afraid. They're puffing up. They're acting stronger than they are. The other guy does the same thing, and next thing you know, it's escalating to the point where somebody has to throw a punch or back down, but they can't back down because they got too much pride on the line now.
What?
It's just truth. So, if I want to protect myself, I have to walk around without fear, which means being trained. So I decided to train myself up to the level of my fear. I trained myself to the point where, so long as somebody didn't know what they were doing, I was generally safe. Right? Pretty good? Pretty good there? Just be safe?
Yeah.
I walk around with a knife. I'm openly armed. I know how to defend myself in a fight against most people. So I generally I feel safe walking around. I feel safe walking around my own town. I feel safe walking around other cities. I just generally don't feel fear when walking around because I feel safe in my abilities to protect myself and those around me. So when people say that a martial art is for the street, what they're really saying is it's good enough. It's good enough to keep you safe. Hopefully. I mean, unless somebody's got a weapon or a knife. I mean, if you've gone off and pissed off all the wrong people, then I mean, you just picked your own fight. Don't pick your own fights and then blame other people because they actually happen to be trained. Don't start shit, right? Don't start shit, won't be shit. Remember that phrase? We all heard it growing up. Okay. Fear has kept me alive. I don't know how many people watching this are familiar with the Pacific Northwest. I am from Tacoma, Washington. And I'm from the neighborhood of Tacoma, Washington that gave Tacoma, Washington its wonderful... It was a bad place. Keeping myself out of dangerous situations kept me alive. It kept me out of drugs. It kept me out of gangs. And I didn't start learning martial arts until I was a grown man. I just walked around in fear. And now that I'm grown, I feel better. I feel safe. I feel like I can protect my family because I learned enough. But enough isn't good enough anymore, is it? You can't learn enough. You have to learn more. Because you can't just say to somebody, I've protected myself with Tai Chi. No. You say, I have protected myself with Tai Chi. And what's the first thing people say? Tai Chi doesn't work in a fight. Bullshit, I just told you I used it. You're just an asshole who doesn't want to believe me. And normally people just let it go, right? They say, let it go. He's an asshole, let it go. But I can't let it go. You want to know why? The only people around me that do martial arts who I can train with, I mean, there's a couple people. I've talked to a couple people, made a couple friends, but generally speaking, I want more people. I want more friends. And I don't want to have to spend 20 minutes trying to convince them that I am not full of bullshit before they'll even let me into their goddamn gym. I want to be respected, and I want my art to be respected. Is that really so much to ask? Alright, I'm Kevin. This is Tai Chi Misconceptions. And I'm done whining. Thank you. Bye.